Hello, one and all, to another Dominion commentary. Oh, I've failed to rectify score. Anyway, I'm joined by the B. Say hello while I fix this stuff real quick.
Hello.
So we are, there's an A-League match between hakha3 and xyrix. That's how you
Yeah.
pronounce that. So it's pretty fresh in the season. Both of these players have played one match so far. Hakha getting slightly ahead with a 4-2 result, while xyrix falling slightly behind with 2-4, but 4 matches for each of these players remaining, of which this is one of those, and everything still to play for. So let's take a look.
It's still very early in the season and it's still very close, so they play very fast.
All right, so we've got our work cut out for us. Um, let's see. This kingdom has trashing priest count. Sometimes
It has
flameskift with tracker, but
draw.
it doesn't really count. There's draw with sea
Yeah.
witch, ironmonger sometimes,
We have
villages.
by
Yeah, but with
landing
Jara.
parties, but they are a bit sad because you always have to get them back in the game, but
Hmm. There's, I guess, sea witch is not best draw, but it does filter a bit. So we're already at
yeah,
turn
but
5.
at least sea witch is also kind of sifting, so
Hmm.
you and the cursing is still. Oh, we have Bazaar as village and landing party, but neither has a village so far, so
Yeah, but
it's
there's
kind of
merchant camp.
annoying to have all the curses in deck.
Yeah, both players have merchant camp. One of them has two. So let's see how they opened.
Oh yeah,
Both on
sure.
silver.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
xyrix on silver priest and Haka silver merchant camp. Which really wants to hit 5 for that sea witch. I guess priest also
hmm
will likely hit 5.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why the early merchant camp. xyrix also got it in turn 3, but got it slight bit quicker on the trashing.
I mean, once you have it in play, it's just nice because you can crash and play Sea Witch. I think that's for sure a good reason to go early for it.
Sure, but that's you don't have sea witch plus your trasher in your opening shuffle yet. So I was
That's
wondering
true.
why
Yeah.
you would want to buy turn 1 or 2 instead of the priest and
Yeah.
get priest
That's
later. But
yeah. That's true.
4 states into copper stressed so far. And not sure which player trashed which cards, but got a footpad. It's also a pretty dastardly attack. Yeah, attacks are pretty strong here. Sea witch, the cursing, and then the footpad.
Yeah.
And given that the draw is kind of on the weak side, footpad attack is that much impactful.
Yeah. I think so.
So let's see how they manage that aspect.
So, I mean, the nice part about Football in the King's Kingdom is that you always draw a card when you get a curse.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess
Yeah.
that means that you really want to play your Sea Witch first and then your footpad to
Yeah, I
attack
think
your
so.
opponent
Yeah.
a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it here. Xyrix starting with a 6 card opening hand, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's great.
And
Yeah.
here Xyrix showing that, yeah, play Sea Witch first, then I draw a card, and then get rid of that extra card with footpad. They do get some amount of card selection. Like Haka here, keeping a pretty good 3 card hand.
Oh yeah.
Xyrix already has 2 bazaars at least. Yeah, 2 bazaars and
Yeah,
1 for
true.
Haka. The real question for Xyrix is in which hands do you want to keep your merchant camp on top or not? Can you risk not having bazaar in the opening hand? So
That's a good question.
I reckon you
Yeah.
probably just top deck it unless you've tracked your deck where you're very sure or maybe 100% sure you get a bazaar in your opening hand, or off of the Sea Witch duration effect. Unless you just want all the villages you can get every turn, then you might as well top deck it, even though if you are sure you have bazaar. But it is quite a bit weaker because of the lack of a plus card on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you. I mean, you are not guaranteed to have a village in hand, but it's very likely with the sifting from sewage that you find one when you have multiple ones.
Yeah. xyrix buying another priest there, probably. A second. I imagine they'll have 2 instead of 3 in 1. Could be 3 in 1, but not too sure.
I'm not sure either.
It's gonna be
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough for Haka here. Only having Bazaar, yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of a whiff.
like xyrix sure has the better hand so far.
I can't help but wonder if that's caused by the priest opening, getting just a little bit ahead in trashing.
Probably yes. Piles are already getting low.
Yeah, xyrix there, having 10 coins, buying Bazaar and CWH. It's quite nice, quite a good set of buys. But then this hand, it's not as good after all. Only 5 coins. Still pretty good. Oh, and also the CWH coming in, of course. So
yeah, sewage is
playing the CWH for curse there. Worth the shuffle.
the only buy is the one tiara for xyrix, so it won't pile too quick.
There's also pouch, of course.
And once the curses are gone.
But yeah, Haka only having 2 gains max and xyrix up to 3.
Yeah.
I guess xyrix up to 4 if you tiara or pouch, but I don't think
Oh sure, we have
the
pouch.
deck.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think the
I
deck
forgot.
can support hitting 20 coins in a single turn.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible yet. And I even don't know if lowering the piles is the way to go for Haka.
I mean, the piles that are low
And
are the piles of
probably
good
you.
cards that are good. So if you want to put good cards on your deck, you kind of have to. And yeah, also Haka still having at least 3 curses in deck after trashing one last turn. So yeah, xyrix
Has one.
starting on the bronze pile.
Oh, there are also 2 estates left somewhere. There are only 4 in the trash, so.
Yeah, Wave the Worm probably not going to be very relevant this game.
Yeah.
But might sneak in a point here or there. Good double pros here, but I don't think it's worth spending the coffers where I just lower the pile a bit more. While you're this far ahead.
I think it's it's really tough for Haka to get back into this game. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, and here are the see which duration effects, giving xyrix some the ability to kick off this turn. Oh, there's the first wave of the worm. The merchant camp. Yeah,
that's a fairy sign.
Yeah, waving the flag.
That was a quick game.
It was.
Okay. That's one for xyrix.
All right, the next one.
Tomb Kingdom.
Always nice, always nice. Already trashing.
But the only trash is Procession?
Yeah, we've got
it's a sad tomb.
Sanctuary for thinning as well, but bit slow. Other than that, there's Marquis for draw.
Hirelings.
I guess Procession is also the quote-unquote only village asterisk if you don't count Tactician. And you could count Tactician, but not really, I don't think. I mean, there is Wine Merchant, so you could, yeah, you do have actions for payload. In addition to Chariot
Yeah,
Race
but
or Caravan Guard.
I'm not sure about Tactician because
No.
the only village is something you do with Procession and something, and the payload is not great then.
Yeah, other fact making that more difficult is that there's not really a good forecast to process into. It's only Procession itself. At some point, you can Procession,
Yeah,
and then Procession
but then
2-3 costs into 2-4
yeah,
costs, and then Procession into a 5 cost, but then yeah,
yeah, they play really fast, Maho. I agree.
hmm.
I can't follow this quick. I like the scrying pool plan and the sanctuary
Yeah, Scrapple
planning
also
and
draw.
probably add some hirelings when you can.
Not sure if Islands are worth it. I guess Marquee for draw is a bit awkward because it's terminal. So you'd rather use
Yeah.
your Skype for draw, but then yeah, Warehouse makes sense because the thrashing is or the thinning is quite slow. So you want to sift through those coppers to find your good cards.
Once you have thin, chariot races can score
It's
a little
true.
bit at least.
I guess Marquee is also kind of a numbo with Warehouse. If you play Warehouse first, and your Marquee draws one fewer card.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it seems like these players are going for single terminal strategies. Wonder what that single terminal is going to be.
I mean, you could at least one at one terminal, but what should this be? Wine merchant?
Yeah, I mean, Wine Merchant is not as
What?
best if you're playing one each turn. Wine Merchant is best if you can like play 3, spend 10
Yeah,
coins, and then use the same 2 coins to
yeah,
pick all 3.
yeah. I totally agree. I just wonder what you would add as a terminal here then, if you
Yeah,
do that.
maybe it is Hireling. Just get Hireling every once in a while and play it, and then get a new one. And
That's why I thought I would add a
yeah,
higher link if I can at some point to just increase my draw every turn, but I'm not sure if that's really the thing to do.
yeah. The alternative is Marquee, but then you're kind of forced into a treasure payload because you're otherwise going to draw your actions dead,
Yeah,
which is not
I think
great.
I'd rather play the engine without Marquis then, because
Yeah,
you have really great draw with scrying pools and you have a lot of actions that can do something.
agreed. I wonder
You
who
don't really
this.
have payload for tactician here, so we have one wine merchant now who has it. Xyrix has it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Naka is the player with 2 sanctuaries. I turned 5 already, and even though that's the
I like
case,
that because I want to get thin early.
yeah, and even though that's the case, he's got. Oh no, wait, I lied. It's xyrix. I was really surprised
Okay.
that it was
Yeah,
Hakha and Hakha
I
was
just
behind
wondered
on
about
thinning.
the exiled cards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, xyrix, 2 sanctuaries, which I really like because in this kingdom those coppers are just
Mm.
really bad. Well, as
So
in most kingdoms.
would you add a procession here at some point?
I was wondering, but I don't think so because you don't really want to process your 5s into marquees, and then if you process your 3, then you end up with 2 processions, and then you kind of want to process your procession at some point, and then you need more 3s and get more procession. So yeah, procession's
But if
kind
you
of like
can,
red light here.
I, I totally see what Maho says with a procession wine merchant into a higher link or something because that's great payload. that adds your draw. I
That's
can see that.
true. If you
But
process a wine merchant, you even
isn't
trash the
it
wine
trashed?
merchant? It's not, right?
Oh, we could, but yeah, but it's expected to
Yeah, so it's only wine
go
merchant.
on your tavern match.
Yeah, it goes on the
Yeah.
tavern percentage and can't find it anymore. Okay, so that's a thing. I mean,
Okay.
players have been
So
gaining
how?
possessions.
But do you get the money twice, even if it can't be trashed? Then
Yeah, yeah.
I
Because
don't.
you do the effect twice. So you do the effect, then put it in
Yeah.
your temper mat, then you do the effect, try to put it in your
Without
temper mat,
trashing.
doesn't work. And then
Interesting.
you try to trash it and it fails because it's not in play anymore.
I didn't know that. That's fun. I didn't know that.
Can't go with a very good turn here. Gaining playing.
Yeah.
I mean, this procession here doesn't really do anything,
What
but
did you
chariot race into a procession.
Ah, okay.
So that is the kind of the
That
problem
makes sense.
where Haka now has 2 processions, but it's fine. You can
You
process
have.
procession and then use the first procession to
Yeah,
process your
but then
wine merchant.
procession is kind of scary for me because you trash something good afterwards as well. If you play any of your action cards after procession, which you sure want to do.
Yeah. Maybe you wait until you have 2 wine merchants until you process your procession. Just keep one kind of
Yeah,
as a
probably.
curse until that point. Or you could just exile it.
We saw a procession wine merchant. Nice.
Yeah, getting 11 and a
It costs
potion
you a
and
little
5
bit of
knives.
tomb points, but that's really a sad tomb kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he minds too much.
Yeah, I don't think it does either.
So the buys here, scrying pool, chariot race, and 2 more chariot races, I imagine. Oh no, just keep the wine merchant, of course, buy it back. Ooh, it's a tough hand for Haka. I guess this is a way to get rid of your procession for quote unquote free, but
Yeah,
not really what I was looking for.
that's not really what you want, but it's better than nothing, probably.
I guess so. Xyrix exiling a potion that
Do
its
you
scrying
know?
pool has run out. It's worse
Yeah,
than
do you know
copper.
the Skying Pool split?
I do not. So I can. Uh,
Okay, we know it's
Xyrix is
for
4, yeah.
it's for yeah.
So Haka. I'll make sense that
That was
Haka drew deck before
nicely
Xyrix
drawing
did.
back. Yeah,
Oh yeah. There's the power of exiling all your junk. Yeah, Xerx's already exiled 9 cards. Haka only 5, but Haka
yeah.
does have the 2 additional scrying pools, so maybe that suffices. I reckon that Xerx's probably going to be
You still
more
have to
reliable.
discard your yeah. Okay, but you redraw. Oh yeah, you did the
And then you
second
discard again.
play.
And
Yeah,
then you get to do, oh, you don't even chariot race those. Oh, there we go. But then you chariot races, doesn't do anything again.
Marquis over Hireling because you can trash it for a point. Hmm. That's a lot of money.
Sure is. Um,
With Procession, the piles can run quick.
yes, you have,
So you probably want to score something.
yep, and you did.
Yeah.
Got back both wine merchants, of course. So a nice thing about Xerxes having a copper on top here is that he can just play Sanctuary, knowing he can exile the copper and then
Oh yeah.
scram pool. But let's see what Hakha does here. Process warehouse. Hakha has 0 chariot races at this point. Well, xyrix, I guess. I think has 4. So he ended up with 2 remaining last
Oh.
turn and then bought 2 more.
I think so. And there are only 2 on the trash, so.
Yep. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
xyrix did
I
actually.
really wonder if you have to use Procession to score point, really score points with Tomb if you fall behind. But it's the only way for alternative scoring this Tomb here.
Yeah.
But that's really sad.
I mean, yeah, there's chariot race, tomb, and just bronzes. But I guess Hakha can just double province here. That doesn't make sense now. The potion costing 4 rather than 0. And either way, you hit 18 here. For double province plus getting back to wine merchants. Although Hakka's kind of running out of stuff to process.
Yeah, I think.
Kind of.
I mean, there are still the chariot races, and he probably doesn't need the both sanctuaries anymore.
Yeah, I was more referring to Hakha. So Hakha still has 2 processions, and then Hakka still definitely wants the sanctuary, play sanctuary a couple more times. So I was wondering if you can, if you're allowed to double province here, definitely single and then maybe just get some engine pieces. Although,
I think
is it
you really
are we at risk of
need a
finding here?
sanctuary.
If xyrix processes 2 chariot races into processions, you need 14 coins and buys, which I think xyrix should be able to manage.
I think
so.
So
You might see a pile out here.
Should be. I think I think it's reasonable that he can pile. And he only needs to pile because it's just he's still ahead on points, and even Procession scores you. So
process, chariot race.
Into Procession.
Yeah, and then also get a mine merchant, draw that with another chariot race. Then you get you can play all of your mine merchants. You've got enough actions for that. Yeah, that's 12, 16 coins. Yep. This should be a win.
This is a win.
Oh, you can even get more processions through procession.
There are multiple ways to.
Yeah.
Look at this amount of money here then.
Yeah. Can pile wild merchants or triple province or whatever he likes, whichever way.
Interesting game.
Yeah. Like kind of sort of single terminal, but not really at some point. At a certain point.
Yeah.
So 2-0 for xyrix at this point.
Session is up to game 3. Oh, black market.
Always fun.
Again, no. The only village is Royal Carriage besides the black market findings.
Yes, but also there is no card to call Royal Carriage on in the kingdom to get in plus action. So you need to get a cantrip from black market to Royal Carriage to get a village effect. So that's nice. Hakha with 2-5 getting an all village. xyrix opening black market to find some villages and also priest.
Also, we have scepter, so you can replay something.
Yeah, Yeah, but it doesn't really allow you to
Yeah, it's not
like
great,
it's
but
still terminal draw in that case.
yeah. But if you can scepter a torture or something at some point, that might be useful.
Yeah, could be.
I wonder why you go Old Witch over Torturer with 5 here. I think I would have gone Torturer.
Hmm. I mean, Old Witch is guaranteed cursing, and Torture might not be.
That's true, but if you don't curse with Torturer, it's still a good attack. So both sacrifice is nice, or
I mean,
Recruiter.
if the Torture reduces hand size, then it's pretty much guaranteed that the reducing hand size was less bad for your opponent than the curse.
Probably yes.
So it's often better to not give your opponent a choice. Yeah, and xyrix also trashing the states here instead of curses to maximize the ult of Hakha's Old Witch to hit your curses. Yeah, Hakha just going
What?
full on Old Witch scepters.
Yeah, I mean there is Guard Dog, and so if you get attacked, you could just play Guard Dogs, I guess, or go for Guard Dogs.
Could be.
That's a lot of.
But it's also, I guard it's
Oh.
really bad to draw during your turn.
Why do you want to let your opponent trash all the curses? It's. I mean, you give out some. Wow, that's a lot of scepters.
Yeah. So
Oh, you have
Hakha,
trashing. Oh, but you couldn't.
Hakha's kind of like playing a big money deck. It doesn't actually have any plus buy. Hmm.
And what do you do now? Just go with scepters?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Magpies. Oh, he always hits the nice black market thing when he can't buy them and he doesn't have enough money. That's really sad.
I guess Captain is a village, but it's not great.
They were recruiter for before. Let's see.
Hmm.
Hmm. So for Haka, do you just go money now?
Yeah, just buy bronze every turn or try to.
Yeah.
And every turn you can just buy a scepter, I guess, to be able to do stuff like this. Oh, already hit 8, so no need. But yeah, like for example, this hand for Haka is pretty guaranteed to hit 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, like xyrix fishing for villages in the black market deck, but possibly a bit too slow. I'll see if he can catch up to the lead that Haka has created for himself. Yep, there's 8. Yeah, looking at this hand for xyrix, it's a rough one.
Yeah.
Oh, flag. But
At least he.
like taking a flag exactly on a turn where Haka didn't have anything better to do than buy it back. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Oh, Groundskeeper is kind of interesting, but yeah, not enough money to buy it. Specialist is a sort of village, but still not really if you don't
Yeah,
have
you do
a
need cantrips for that. I
yeah.
mean, you
I
only
guess you
have.
can
Yeah.
specialist carriage to just get the +1 action effect, but yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't really do much for you, right?
Yeah, I was also recently playing one of these types of games against a friend of mine with no villages outside of black market deck. We both went for it, and we both kind of concluded, yeah, it was probably just better to go for big money here. I think it was also Torturer. But I think the
Yeah,
black
if
market deck had a grand total of 3 village effects, and were all bad. I was like, yeah,
yeah, it's always fishing for the good things, and when you're really sad when you don't get them.
yeah,
Does xyrix have both black markets?
yeah. Yeah, Hakha just has
Okay,
2 old witches, 6 scepters, and a silver, maybe 2 silvers, and that's and a bunch of provinces. That's their
a lot of
deck.
scepters. Yeah, yeah, this feels quite over. Oh, we have at least a cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a specialist.
Yeah, so this turn's gonna be good, but
Mm-hmm.
ooh, what do you take here as Hakha? Do you give him the terminal or do you give him the guaranteed money?
Mm,
It's
I
actually
think you have to.
Slackfire's got to be one of the worst cards to play in xyrix's deck, right?
I'm a bit confused right now.
How come? Hmm. Yeah, so
Mm. Oh,
if you had given xyrix the flag right instead of the copper, we would have had one less money here.
yeah,
That's
that's
quite.
true.
Oh, mastermind. It's
Mm.
a big card.
It just feels that xyrix is so far behind right now.
Yeah.
Oh, castle.
Hmm.
Samurai.
I don't
Hmm.
think these are better than scoring points. Or
I think I is script really good here because you have so much junk in your deck, not really enough money.
I think you mostly just need cantrips.
He goes for crypt, okay.
Hmm.
And now you
Just
can
cover.
province.
I mean, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
We need to like find a way to score points without lowering provinces too much. Xhaka's gonna buy one, very likely, this
Yeah,
turn. Yep,
but
so
how will you
it's
score when you don't?
yeah, that's a bit tricky.
Yeah,
Groundskeeper, yeah.
it's really nice if when you always can call the carriage on advisor. That gives you at least good turns now, but I think it's just very late to catch up. I mean, it's a lot of points. The only way
If you do
to
get back
score is
to Groundskeeper, but not sure if it's gonna be on time because I think Haka.
yeah, only
Yeah,
one groundskeeper is also not very much to score.
it's true.
I mean, at least it is additional scoring, but it's really not amazing. Hey, we have a village. Oh
Yeah.
no, the curses are gone. Oh, buried treasure is nice.
Hmm. Yeah. He's not dead yet, but he's in the act of dying, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way to score is province duchies, bath, or something you find on the black market, and I don't think you have the time to do that. You also have no buy, so you can't. You have one buy, the buried treasure,
Need to make
so
up
you
a
could
def.
potentially double duchy, but that's
Yeah.
it's really tricky to.
He also needs to make up a deficit of 30
And-
points at least.
And Hakha is not really likely to not province every turn.
I mean, he's probably gonna dud
At
like
least
once or
every
twice,
turn.
but that means you have at
He
most
can
5
dub, but
turns, and scoring 40 points in 5 turns is gonna be tough.
yeah.
Without buying any provinces, especially.
So probably the way to go is for there was a castle, but that's still not very much points. But you need to find something in the black market to score.
Yeah, I think the only point scoring cards that I've seen are Open Palace for 3 points for 7, and the Groundskeeper. So we need the
Yeah.
Groundskeeper and then buy a bunch of duchies, and that's 8 points. And yeah, because there's 1 plus buy with Bird Treasure.
It's only buried treasure, yes.
Hmm.
At least one, but it's not really amazing. He needs to find buys and needs to get back to the groundskeeper.
Yeah,
It's a tough spot.
all of that within in time before Hakha finishes this game.
Yeah.
I don't really see it happening, but we'll take a look. See, I mean, Black Market and Bird Mage is kind of a combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can Black Market during a Black Market activation. Wow. Oh, you can reorder the
You
Black
could.
Market deck. So if you have infinite time, you can just stack the Black Market deck in whichever way you want. That does require infinite time, which you definitely don't have here.
Hmm.
Goodbye, Flybearer. Hello, Flag.
I like that. I mean that's useful. So
Yeah, takes
that's
away from
useful
Hakha as
cash.
well. This might even be
We have
more important. Okay, we can mastermind on
master,
Groundskeepers.
mastermind
Does that
again.
work?
Yes.
Is Groundskeeper on play effect or an in play effect? I don't remember.
You can it is multiplied if you, so it counts as 3 if you
Alright.
play it with
Alright. I have to take the 3 points here, even though it's quite expensive.
oh, we have a buy with soup now.
I guess Dismantle also can gain duchies. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Trash open, get it back with Lurker. Hey. Now we're talking. Alright. Xyrix did a whole bunch of stuff and then scored 3 points. Hakha did not very much and then scored 8 points, 6 points. 8 points, 8 points. But now Hakha's a dud. So that's some more time that Xyrix spot.
Yeah, but that's 30 points
Sure is.
right now. That's a lot.
Sure is a lot.
I mean, I really like when they try to still do things. I think I wouldn't, to be honest.
You would just click the resign button.
Yeah,
Go next.
I would have clicked that much earlier, I guess. But he's
He's having,
kind of getting to a deck here
but
now.
Xyrix having so much fun.
It's just,
Playing so much really, taking so many game actions.
yeah,
Don't you
that's
like taking
nice.
game actions?
He has really gotten a deck now. Oh, Plunder is nice for scoring as well.
I
If you
mean,
want to
it's
try.
1 point per turn.
Yeah, but yeah, Galleria is plus buy if you gain a free cost, so
Yeah, so I guess that doesn't allow you
it's
to
only 3 or 4,
score.
right?
Yeah, so not duchy, not a stay.
Galleria is nice.
I mean, oh, you can get plus buy
Oh, it's
with
only 3.
cavalry. You can buy cavalry, get plus 2 buy. Hey, now we're talking.
Oh, sure.
We're not really talking
I
though.
totally missed that. It's specialist delivery here. Gains a half. Oh, if you have Galleria in play and gain horses, then you get buys for that. That's nice.
Ah, first. That works.
Yeah,
So I have a bunch of buys.
that's
but
really
we
neat interaction. And we have a
don't,
mastermind.
but we
Nice.
don't yet have a lot of.
He's really getting to things here. Look at this nice deck for now, where he started.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Still though.
Black market did his job. Oh, Sanctuary is also buy,
Yeah,
but he doesn't have
I
a
don't
lot of
think
money.
it's worth spending 5 coins here to get a sanctuary though.
Probably not. You really need the groundskeeper, yeah.
It's true. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff
Nice
mid.
Galleria, nice.
So we're playing first mate. During the first mate, we're playing a black market. During the black market, we're playing a scepter. During the scepter, we're playing a specialist. Specialist plays Galleria twice.
Nice.
So we're now back to resolving this black market. Okay, declines. We're still on our first mate to play the other black markets. Sheesh.
Great, brother.
Skip? Question mark?
Oh,
Yeah. Ah, there's. Oh, there's also 10 more points. Hey, so if you can
nice.
cycle through the black market deck again, then you can also score 2 more points. Plus 1 more point, 3 more points with the groundskeeper. Wow.
Hmm. There is the groundskeeper.
We still have 3. Oh, 1 carriage.
And we have
Right.
5 buys now. We just don't have a lot of money here.
I mean, we do have Suk.
It's just so hard.
It's 20 coins. It's
It's a gold.
4
Yeah, that's
duchies,
nice.
which is 16
Look
points.
at this.
Wow.
And with Hakas,
It's 20
if he
points.
can do this again,
I think you should be able to, right?
there is still a chance.
Wow. Did not see this coming. All right.
Me neither. I would have resigned much earlier, but I really like how this is going now.
Yeah. Score 1 for the Never Concede team.
Yeah.
Never concede it until the win is on board. Yeah, wow. I mean,
This is really nice.
that's only possible, I think, because of Groundskeeper being in the market deck. Otherwise, that turn would have scored 8
And
fewer
all these
points.
carriages help a lot. So, how much money does he have?
I mean, this is plenty. Just Groundskeeper 7 times. It's fine.
Oh, the opulent castle is discard for money, right? So this
Yeah,
really
that as
helps
well.
now.
So yeah,
That's
more than enough.
this wins. Great.
Sure does.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Look at this amount of money.
All right, that makes it 3-0.
Wow. What a game. So well
That
played.
was a doozy.
I mean, Black Market really did a great job here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This is already game 4.
Yeah, this sure is.
Oh, Tea House. Growth. Growth is gain the treasure, gain the cheaper card. Okay, that's neat.
Especially with Golden or Quarry. I guess. Quarry is kind of neat. So you play Quarry, buy Cauldron, like gain whatever you want. For actions at least, but you can't really gain provinces
Okay.
with it.
I was searching Cauldron and was a bit confused
Oh.
that you said Cauldron.
Yes.
Sorry.
So trashing, Spice Merchant. advanced, kind of, sort of, not really. Draw.
Innovation is something I always don't know how to use it in a good sense. Yeah, the Spice Merchant in the opening makes totally sense to me. There's no way to trash the states, right? Or do I miss anything? Oh, you can't advance the states, right?
Nope. It's actually only.
You can only advance the action cards. Okay.
There's.
What is Cave Dwellers?
So your opponent plays Skulk, and you get. What's the card that just tries something against something cheaper, or is it only need locust? Doesn't that work for estates? Might not. Yeah. Yeah, locusts.
Mm.
We can. Okay, so the way to get rid of your estates is your opponent buys Skulk, plays Skulk. You have a set up to your deck. You trash the estate, get a copper. Trash a copper, Spice Merchant. We got there.
How does that trash estates?
Locusts.
Okay, locust. Okay, yeah.
So
Then you get a
the
curse.
actual answer
So
is it doesn't.
yeah. Sorry, I was just confused.
Yeah, both players opens Importer, I think. Spice Merchant
Spice
Importer,
Merchant and
yep.
Importer, yeah.
Second
That makes
Importer
sense.
for xyrix. And Hakha grabbing a tea house on turn 3. Another Importer on turn. Oh, it's placed an Importer, never mind. Okay, so a bunch of tea houses being gained, so this growth's gonna get enabled. Hakha already has an innovation. It's quite nice. Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if these conspirators are gonna do anything.
Yeah. I think I would go a bunch of tea houses, probably quarries.
And then, yeah, a couple of forums, forma to
Yeah, Fora
ditch our
can
states.
pile itself at some point, right? If you have 2 quarries. No, you need more than 2 quarries.
Yeah, I guess so. There's also Colony Platinum, so you can probably want to build big.
Yeah. The only really draw is Stowaway, right? And that's a little bit sad here because you can only activate it with Importer or Stowaway, so I don't really see that here.
Yeah, you can get a bunch of payload without decreasing your hand size by playing with conspirators, which and also tea houses, of course, which both players are doing. This is just money, according to Paolo. Not sure if I agree with that. There are no villages, which is relevant, but
yeah, but you have a lot of non-terminal stuff here, so yeah, and I think some forward can activate your conspirators, so that's probably helpful too. So tea house conspirator. Do you want gold mines? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think I want gold in my deck.
So the question is, if you want to go for a platinum or something, then you would need some payload for that to get there. But I'm not sure if that really helps. I'm surprised they don't go for more tea houses.
I'm surprised you're actually going for Skulks. Oh, wow. Oh.
You gain skulks, gain a gold.
Huh. Okay.
And now?
That's certainly a lot of Skulks and golds you put in your deck. And now you're planning on advancing all these Skulks, or?
Just advance advance all these golds, but it's still slow, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you now have a bunch of gold in your deck, but
You have a lot of skulks and golds in your deck, but that's really. Did he get all the skulks?
yup.
Was it 10
Yeah,
skulks?
the Skulk was a
Interesting.
10, and now it's a
Wow,
0.
interesting. Yeah, that's with growth. Interesting.
Yeah, so I guess xyrix could have
Okay.
also taken all of the. Wait, could xyrix just have piled out? No, wait,
Oh,
no.
advance is only getting action cards, so
Yeah, advance does
you
only
advance.
do actions. I mean, xyrix could have opted to also take all the columns. Declined on
But what do you
that.
do with all these skulks then? I mean, you can
Uh,
advance them, and yeah, then you go for, but it's only one per turn.
I mean, and then you play a Skulk. So xyrix now play a Skulk and then trash Skulk conspirator into 2 actions. And then have 3 coins and then do nothing. Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah,
what the plan is here, but we will certainly be seeing.
I thought it's the advance is the one where you can trash goals for provinces or something, but
Nope. Just
it
action
isn't.
cards. Yeah, I guess Importer
Oh,
with innovation is pretty good.
yeah, that's Importer Forum is great to create actions for you,
So they can Skulk into Conspirator,
and
right? Because you play this
or
form.
you
Yeah.
can you advance twice in a
Yeah.
turn?
Yeah. It doesn't say only once each
Okay, so
turn, so.
you could still play this conspirator and then
Yeah.
advance to skulks into, I don't know,
I think I'd rather play a
Demos.
Skulk and play it in Conspirator and trigger it to draw a card. I think it's worth giving up in advance for that.
Or doesn't it trigger with Importer?
No,
It's
because
a third card, right?
you haven't played Importer this turn.
Oh, yeah, it must be this turn. Okay, yeah, then
Yeah.
it makes sense. Yeah.
No, xyrix.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's 2 piles. Now a giant spider does
Mhm.
use. Hmm. I guess this
So you what?
this prevents like binding the forums for prevents Hakha from getting a
Yeah.
forum
That,
innovation here on
yeah.
this turn. So best available option now is probably Tea House. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but
Tea
Tea
House,
House is not bad.
Forum, Conspirator.
Yeah, Forum Conspirator, and then
Oh, okay, that is
you sure
first.
have
Yeah,
to
sure.
score. I feel like xyrix can pile pretty easily now, so you have
Really?
to really score points.
I don't see
I think so
how.
with all these advance.
Oh, I guess so. But hmm, still need a bunch of cards in your hand, which
Yeah, that's true.
is not trivial. Oh, there's a quarry that might help? Question mark. Hmm. Just don't see where it's getting the buys
As
from.
long as you have two buys, you can always advance twice, but you need a second buy. So
Yeah, and also I could just bought a colony, so I'm not sure how
yeah,
you
yeah, that's great.
retain points lead.
That's really what I was expecting because I think you have to score now. You had to score there. As long as Xerxes has at least two buys a turn, he can pile in 2 turns or 3 turns at least. So
Yeah, but one thing
and he
about
has a
planning
bunch
out
of
is that you
golds.
need points lead.
Yeah, that doesn't because that's why you have to take the lead here.
With 7 coins only.
I mean, and he has a ton of golds in his deck and a ton of skulks still.
Hmm.
It's still 8 skulks. Oh, I totally missed the stowaway. But that's great draw.
Yeah. I mean, it's very likely going to be another colony. Or we get up to 8 coins and save this form and
That
some
should
more
be
draw.
doable. Yeah.
Oh, this is all E10 with the importer.
And it's a tea house.
If you innovate as well.
As long as you have the points, you don't need to worry about piles.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, at some point.
Xyrix has so many goats in his deck that you have to be careful a little bit at least. In case he has a huge turn and
I mean, I think Hakha might even be able to pile out this turn. Just buy 3 tea houses.
probably
Needs 5 more
no,
coins. Oh yeah. And yeah, he's already there.
a tea house and conspirator that works. Yeah,
Oh, it's
nice.
way plenty.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
easy
4
now.
coins, I guess. Or even more. Yeah.
You can even advance. Yeah, nice.
Okay, so picking up a game win for Hakha, first of this match. Very
Yeah,
nice. To game 5 we go already. Hasn't even been an hour yet.
yeah, they
Okay,
are quick. They're really quick.
what do we have
There's no
here?
buy here.
Here's Falconer for
You have
gains,
draw.
Leprechaun for gains.
There's no trash.
Hmm.
Leprechaun is gain, that's true, but
Yeah, you can never gain more than 1
and
province every
launch.
turn. Yeah, so you can gain multiple duchies with if you get wishes, but you can't actually. I guess only maximum 2 per turn, given that you can only trigger 1 Leprechaun each turn.
Open quarry. Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of good 5-cost cards, so
Quarry
it
without
makes
any gaining? I guess. Oh, Quarry you can Falconer. No, that doesn't work. Hmm. Why Quarry here? I guess it's a kind of like a
a
gold for action cards, but
quarry because of the cheaper 5-cost cards you want.
yeah.
My draw is not your problem here.
Yeah, for sure. I guess you can indeed play your treasures, then launch, and then play your Leprechaun, so you don't actually need to play 6 action cards for Leprechaun. You can just.
Oh yeah, that makes Leprechaun easier to
Yeah.
get there.
But then still, your Leprechaun is adding golds to your deck, which. Well, you don't want infinite of those.
Yeah, but you only can single province,
Yeah, that's exactly why.
and despite the wishes for duchies or something, but so
I mean, Falconer Stowaway is kind of nice, but.
Falcon of a stowaways and then activate the react on the gain card
Mhm.
is neat.
Sure is. But where do you go? Where does your deck? What's your end game? So maximum amount of points you can score in a single turn is 9. So what's the most efficient way of getting there reliably? And is it better than just getting 2 province every turn? And skip Leprechaun wishes.
Okay, we have a Leprechaun here.
Okay. Grabbing it on the litter. Some more draw, some more actions, some more reliability.
That's really great draw of you.
Yeah, so Hakha has the plan of just getting falconers and stowaways and then just playing a bunch of treasures and buying province. While xyrix plays a bunch of non-orange action cards. Let's play some villages, some
But what
smithies.
do you do once the stowaways are gone?
Cry.
Oh, we have a wish. Nice. I do understand the build from Xyrix a lot more than I do understand
Hmm.
Hakha's build. But that's just a me problem, probably.
I don't think it is. I think it's mostly a Hakha problem. Did
I
I get
see the
him?
deck falling apart once the stowaways are gone because Falconer needs to gain multiple types to react the stowaways, right? So
Yeah.
I would,
Hakha does have litter to like draw some and can draw and village some stuff outside of stowaways, but
yeah,
I'm trying to agree that this is mostly a shorter midterm plan than a long-term plan. So this is, yeah, 7 for Leprechaun. Now I can gain Stowaway Smithy, maybe? I guess I don't really want Smithy because you've already got a bunch of a bit over terminal already.
oh, we gain 2 stowaways. Okay.
Failing to play a lot of Stowaways there. Yes, is it litter
I'm
here?
I'm just curious how the deck works when they are gone.
Yeah. I mean, Lodge is also spending money to get plus action, but no, for that to be worth playing a Stowaway, you need to be able to get 4 coins on average, or at least more than 3 for each Stowaway play. I
Yeah,
don't really see it happening.
that's very expensive to get there that you can play multiple stowaways in the end.
Start maybe down the laboratory here for xyrix. Yeah, I was thinking about whether archive is better than laboratory. Of course, one downside of getting archive is that you allow your opponent to react with either Falconer and or stowaways.
Yeah.
But now the stowaways are gone, so now balancing these stowaways can be tough for Hakha.
And the piles are not that low that you empty the end the game soon here with piles.
Here aren't.
Yeah, but turtle also needs an action, so I don't see the really benefit from that as well.
No, it means the one stowaway that didn't get played, you can play it as a reaction on the
Okay.
archive gain. Then
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think
Yeah,
that doesn't really do much anyway.
yeah.
I mean, the reason because then you get more draw on your strike return, but then you got 6 stowaways in play, and you'd rather have 5 stowaways in play and be able to play it for next turn. Oh, of course. Yeah. So Turtle says set it aside, then play it at start of next turn, and then and then playing at
You
start
can
of next
always turtle it
turn
away.
means yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it was better, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it works to get it on your next turn.
I think so. I think you can just decide to turtle it again, right?
That also works, yeah. So xyrix got the first province.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll also be pretty good on doing that every turn from now on. Oh, well, maybe not this turn. I guess Archive has a stowaway set aside, which can gain
There's still archive
later.
on.
Yeah, but Archive doesn't really help drawing into these 17 cards. So I guess this wish needs to be a draw card.
Yeah.
Non-terminal draw card to be specific. Yeah, Archive kind of got to thinning. If you squint a bit.
Yeah.
Not sure if I want stowaway ship in Turtle, because you did draw a deck, but not quite, and there was 5 stowaways coming in. Now you only have 4 stowaways coming in. That too, that's also a factor. Rebel here, oh, then you launch. So you launch, then you
Okay.
smithy.
Oh, I totally forget about launch.
Then you can't Leprechaun here. If you smithy now and then launch, you need to play a coin card, and then you don't. Wait, turtle to smithy.
Turtle the
Skip, and
Smithy,
then
okay.
skip your turn, I guess.
That was a sad turn.
Yeah. I mean, Hawk has the advantage that his opening hands start with 13 cards instead of the regular 5.
Yeah. As long as the stowaways always get activated, that's okay, but I see it being struggling somewhere at some point. Place a wish way of the turtle. Oh, did he turtle a wish? Okay.
Apparently.
Didn't realize. Oh no, he turtles now, okay.
Oh, he double turtle wish. I guess you can. Yeah, this
Keeping
is a way to spend your wishes on duchies without actually putting the duchies
yeah,
in your deck.
yeah. You can just do that in the last turn.
Yeah, so this puts a lot of pop pressure, but pop pressure doesn't do much yet. It's a really interesting game here. It's like the texture of the board changes dramatically depending on if you do or don't have this Way of the Turtle in play. This
Yeah,
launch also does some stuff with getting plus action.
yeah, that's definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, all cards except the Apothecary being gained at least once. And Scory, I guess, yeah, it was opened, but not sure if that was actually correct. Or did you not would maybe would rather just have it at the silver than a quarry? Not entirely sure about that.
Play litter and hope to find your leprechaun. Here we go. Oh, he
I guess the upside of silver over quarry is that you can use it to spend the coins on points cards, but in this game where you're getting a bunch of gold anyway, you don't really need the money. So I guess that's a point in favor of quarry because it makes it more reliable to be able to hit 5 early turns. And you don't really mind the downside of -1 coin in late game because you got plenty of money in late game anyway.
yeah.
Xyrix actually got a second Leprechaun just to be able to more reliably be able to play it on the 7th card.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I like it. It does mean he spend a violence at some point, but probably on a kind of weak turn anyway. Now we're tied up in provinces. But Hakha has a floating wish.
2 floating wishes, or is it only 1? I thought it's 2.
I think it's only 1.
Yeah, you're right. It's only 1. The other one was a falconer.
So I guess that Hakha is actually ahead here. I didn't think I was going to be able to play all these.
I thought you would probably keep the wishes for endgame for additional scoring,
I
but maybe he was worried not to draw here.
mean, I'm quite surprised he got this far with the stowaways, finding
Yeah.
sneaky ways of getting into play after all. Because you're gaining archives and you're not buying a province. I think those are mutually exclusive. And buying an estate there, yeah,
It's
that's
an
gotta hurt.
estate, okay. Does the estate really help you? I
I
don't think so.
think it's mostly a tiebreaker estate. So if xyrix, if both players province one single province on the coming couple of turns, then you get the tiebreaker estate. But given that you have a floating wish and your opponent doesn't, because your opponent has a wish in the deck and you didn't add one this turn. So I guess if both players province twice and also duchy once, then you have the tiebreaker. But yeah, getting, I don't know, you're probably gonna draw that estate at least once more.
I have a feeling that this single estate at that point doesn't matter, but I may be totally wrong. Yeah, but if you can province now, you are 1 point ahead. But both have wishes for additional score. That's
Yeah,
a tough end game for sure.
yeah. This Leprechaun isn't gonna trigger this turn because you have 7 cards in play already.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough.
So no wish.
I like the wish for an archive to be able to play these stowaways. It's kind of rough. It's a good archive.
So there's no wish in Haka's deck right now.
Nope. So Hakha can't really province because then xyrix can likely province duchy.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And then Hakka's in quite a bind. I guess Hakka might be able to play the Leprechaun, draw back up to the wish, play the wish.
Probably.
So
I mean,
province duchy is not 100% safe for xyrix here. But if xyrix has a wish in deck,
I
and
think
if
he
he
should
manages
do.
to draw back to the wish he gains this turn, then he might be able to province double duchy. Oh wait, the turn is ended. Well, never
Oh,
mind
wow.
that. Never mind all that.
Wow. That was a bad turn.
I didn't really follow what happened, but
So now he turtled a wish.
draw to the wish.
Uh, Could he have done more with his turn? I didn't see what he had, but
No.
it's probably not the worst thing to see what Haka does first, so you exactly know what you need for the win. And to
Yeah.
turtle wish is probably great for that. I mean, it sure is great. Okay, we have a wish here. It's a duchy.
Yeah. Hakka opting to end up playing these falconers to gain
This,
estates here to get a 12-point lead.
yeah,
Actually, pretty tough for Xerix, especially considering that Xerix will likely have to spend these wishes on draw cards instead of on points.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
it's quite a nice setup for Hakka there.
yeah. So He needs Province Duchy for a tie.
Yeah, so it needs to get a draw card, play Leprechaun, get the wish from Leprechaun, play that wish, and also the other wish, get that cheese.
That's a tough spot.
Or just need to assume that Hack's gonna dud. But Hack has got 4 stowaways in play, so that's not very likely.
It's 1 coin off at this point. It was 1 coin off here. He was only 1 coin short of because he had 2 wishes and 7 coins on hand, but needed to spend a wish for something to draw.
Yeah.
No, it's tough.
Okay, so you get to play this Leprechaun, but then you're short draw again, so I guess you need to So yeah, now you're just purely
Yeah,
playing for a
he
dud
has to.
because you don't have wishes anymore. I think I
Yeah,
might have wanted to play some money, play launch, play Leprechaun, and assume the launch draw hits a draw card. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
Hakha pulling off the comeback.
yeah,
0-3 into 2-3.
nice.
Let's see if we can also find the last game to make it a tight match.
Yeah.
He is, however, second player in the final game.
Okay, they need a new table.
Okay, I'll migrate over. Okay.
Okay.
There we are. Right, there we are.
Oh, Pleasures and Torturer and
Cool,
Reds.
cool.
Look at
So
this board.
I am looking. Trashing Spice Merchants.
Reds.
There's no way of getting rid of rats, is there?
No.
That's Pride Goat. Wait,
Yeah,
where did we get
only loot.
loot? We get loot from Wealthy Village.
Yeah.
Probably no rats then. Okay, we've opened Battleplan Spice Merchant or xyrix, and then the Hakha. Definitely Spice
Spice
Merchant.
Merchant.
Considering
That
either
makes sense.
Battleplan or Silver. So the village effects here are Wealthy Village, definitely, possibly Ironmonger, Draws, Torturer, Wayfarer. You probably want to play with Torturers for your battle plans. There's also Warlord, of course,
Yeah.
as draw. Warlord's got probably gonna get in the way of Fool Engine.
The warlords really can hurt.
It's also
I'm not sure what's the better opening if it's I mean Spice Merchant for sure, and then if it's better to go Battle Plan or Silver.
yeah. I mean, battle plan is a laboratory kind of, but xyrix could now just choose to rotate the battle plans, and then Hakka can never gain battle plans anymore. Then Hakka can just rotate
Yeah. Okay.
again when he's
Yeah.
ready to get the Warlord and always have first dips on the Warlord. Getting Archer here. Oh. Alright.
Yeah, no, that's a nice draw if you draw Battle Plan
Yeah.
Arch immediately together.
So 8 coins could have gotten an Enclave. Enclave probably not good here, but we'd rather probably have a Warlord or a different engine card. Yeah, Warlord
Look,
is.
he also needs hits 5 here, so you can go for Warlord as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, drawing
Nice.
the Splash Merchant dead, but it's a price worth paying.
Yeah.
Hakka getting second silver there. A pretty bad hand, drawing all 3 shelters.
Yeah.
What do you just ditching Spice Merchant here. I'm kind of surprised Haka not really
No,
like
they
keeping the Spice Merchant unrevealed.
both have two warlords. That's
Yeah. Hmm.
what you buy.
Hmm. I kind of want a village effect.
Yeah.
I guess you only have one terminal so far with Torturous. I don't need it quite yet, but I also really I kind of want a third treasure type for Wealthy Village. Yeah, first you go for the second torture. I like that, I think.
Yeah. The
Yeah, I definitely want a. Oh, I guess xyrix. I want torture probably. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
there we go. Yeah, but given that there's no way of discarding or getting rid of curses, the torture is probably going to be.
So
Yeah, playing multiple
that's
torturers here in Saint Turn is going to be quite powerful. So I think that's priority number one, getting the ability to get your deck to do that. So want at least one multi village and then some other stuff. I don't think Trove should be your third treasure type for loot. I think I'd rather have gold.
yeah.
Possibly even tools for torturers.
Uh, Tools works with wealthy as well, right? It's also like third treasure.
Mm,
I don't say it's good, but it
hmm.
works.
But I also don't really want the golds in my deck. I think
Yeah.
try to just get one gold
The
and
one who reveals price code really is in a great spot here.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think these decks can probably draw even without price gold, but price gold mostly means that you can choose not to discard the torturer.
Yeah.
This is probably the point where you grab a wealth village, xyrix.
Oh, he really got a trove.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's kind of running out of money.
Why? That's great. You don't have three treasures. Okay. So,
Yeah, so
hammer. Well, hammer's not too bad.
we're getting
I mean,
Ironmongers. The Ironmongers are kind of free. Spice Merchants, probably one second Spice Merchant given treasure trove.
yeah, but with warlord, it's really. But neither has a deck that plays warlord every turn, so you still will have turns where you can play multiple actions, I guess.
I don't think that's true. I think these decks, there will come a point there where you get warlorded every
It,
turn. Ooh, good archer draw.
yeah, but we are not there now.
That's true.
Was just what I was saying.
Hmm.
You totally can get there, true. There's enough going on here.
Yeah, we know which did multiple torch return part of the game.
Figurehead is not too bad.
Yeah, it's some more draw.
Yeah.
Wonder if you rotate
It's
this.
at least
Rotate.
both didn't get a buy. It's always the buy
Oh yeah.
race here.
You could choose to rotate territory here to be able to gain a battle plan off of your hammer. Lex not to. Also
I think I
whiffing.
would have spice merchant the treasure trove.
Mm,
I do not really want that many golds in my deck.
I think it's still slightly better than copper here.
Probably, yeah.
Shield. I mean, shield's good if you really need it in your opening hand.
I mean, there are so many good loots that you really can do things with.
Getting nothing off your Ironmonger. It's a bit rough.
Yeah.
I mean, to skip the hovel, so it's kind of like +1 draw.
Yeah. Push the gold.
We seem to have run out of actions.
Yeah. So with Wallet around, how much do you build here? Because you really can, most times you will only be able to play two of your, the two of each action card. So territories can be really good here.
I mean, there's 2 Wealth Villages, 2 Torturers, 2 Wayfarers. You have a like a Necropolis. 2 Ironmongers will probably hit, so
Yeah.
you can probably play 4 draw cards. That's probably enough. In addition to the Warlord draw.
Yeah.
Battle Plan draw. So I think, yeah, you can just.
But you can't play all of them. When you only can play 2 Wealthy Villages, you don't have terminal space for Archer, Torturer, and
I mean, I
Wayfarers.
think you probably do with 2 Wealthy Villages, Necropolis, and also 2 Ironmongers. Ironmongers are, I mean, sometimes
Oh, you
Ironmonger will
can.
not
Okay,
hit with
yeah,
the
Iron
actions,
Mangers
but
can help with that. Yeah, that's true.
nice shield here, but Hakha doesn't have any attacking this turn. Oh well.
Spell Scroll.
Ooh, Hakha is
Not
really
the
in for a
best
rough time
thing.
here. This figure it's gonna need to do some work.
Yeah. Xyrix turns are really great here.
Yeah. Still play Spice Merchant for a copper. I think you have another Wealth Village down there. Yeah. So yeah, just draw deck, do everything you want.
Yeah.
Hakha, yeah, just discarding twice to these Torturers.
You can
Has
double.
to. I could. Not necessary though.
No.
Might as well
But you
just
could.
build a bit more.
Or you could on-play, but I don't know if that's better.
Did end up doubling.
You did double. Yeah. I mean, battlefield points are also
Yeah, I might have just gotten a single
something,
province
but
and then.
territory can do something here too. At
Yeah,
least Haka got a turn here.
and I might have wanted to single province and then
Mm,
build some more. Get another
the
wealth village
blooms.
maybe. Get another
Mm.
wayfarer, but no, I guess not necessarily wayfarer. Yeah, I think these curses are really rough for Hakha.
Yeah.
He's already not drawing deck, and these curses definitely not helping in that regard.
Yeah, for sure.
And xyrix just easily drawing deck.
Okay, it's a better play with hammer, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can double again.
Yeah, this is a 38 points lead.
And the territories are rotated away, so there's no chance to
As well.
do that. but he can gain a battle plan now.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. No,
Okay.
no way of continuing
Yeah.
this turn. All right,
Yeah.
so
That's fair.
it was a quite nice comeback, but ends up being the match ends up finishing in favor of xyrix in 42.
Yeah.
Well,
And now they both have 6-6 in the standings.
all right. So yeah, pretty nice match. Very interesting game. Some very sweet comebacks within the games and also within the match.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, B, for being my partner in crime here and
Thank
supporting
you
me.
for having me. It was fun.
Anytime. And see you all in the next one or in a future one. Bye-bye.
Bye.